Well, greetings and salutations, everybody. Uh, while I was out doing things today, I came across a video here. I was hoping to find that Jaron would have probably eventually uploaded egotistically his speech at the Flat Earth conference. You know, the one where he said that the personal atmospheric dome is 3 miles in radius. Um, and then I was also hoping to see that where Bob actually claims that actually comes clean about not being a commercial pilot and hasn't made his physical in a couple of decades. Don't believe me? Go look at the information that Wolfie posted. Um, and then of course I thought about doing a video about the fact that Riley said that Ranty's measurement demonstration on Miles Davis's picture, um, the positioning of the ruler was unimportant. um, and then of course I really wanted to get into the part that Globebusters doesn't take questions after their panel, but no, I found something else while I was over on Alicia. While I was over on Jaronism's channel, he mirrored another video. Bonehead. Don't mirror. If you mirror other people's videos and you don't support the content or you can't verify the content, well, it's your own fault for this. So, a video by, strangely enough, a flat earther who lives in Australia, or at least has an Australian accent. Wolfie, go take care of that. People. Um, Somebody named Torque the Line Experiment. Well, that's his channel. Uh, he pulled a Mr. Thrive and Survive. He pulled a Rich. Um, See, a long time ago, Rich tried to, from Mr. Thrive and Survive, excuse me, tried to explain cloud underlighting as clouds acting like aluminum foil. And basically, because of the fact that if you stood down the way from a street light, you could see the reflection of the street on the mirrored surface, undersurface uh, of the aluminum foil. And that was his explanation for how clouds get underlit, which I thought was hysterical. And it was actually one of the first few videos that I ever saw in Flat Earth. And well, this guy Torque the Line Experiment. I've never been to his channel, but I think somebody pointed me at it one time, but I don't recall. But Torque the Line Experiment put out a video where he's doing basically the exact same thing. He has a mirror which has its reflective side facing down. He has it affixed somehow to a tripod. Um, and then he even put a spirit level on it. Yay, go team! He put a spirit level on it, and then put his camera underneath it to see if he can get reflections of the actual street lights going down the street. Now, this was hysterical. Now, I'm gonna give you a spoiler here. Okay, the spoiler is that he never ever shows uh, the setup of his mirror or his spirit level or his tripod or how it's all affixed in any kind of light. He just kind of points down at it, and you can kind of sort of make out the spirit level. Well, I came into a little bit of well, I recorded it, and then I'm playing with the colors a little bit on VLC. Now, y'all gonna love this. Okay, now everybody needs to be at least on board with the fact that a flat mirror will only ever reflect flat back. And something that even Riley personally hates, when I was talking about the blue line a long time ago, some of you might remember that. The A mirror is always going to reflect back exactly. If you have a nice flat solid mirror, it's always going to reflect back exactly what it is that it's reflecting per the angles. How do I put this? There will never be a part where the mirror itself, the mirror reflection is shorter. That'll never happen, and it definitely won't create streaks, um, unless it's really dirty. But even then, that's not the point here. So here's what I got here. Um, do 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 do. Okay, and put that on everyone like that, so it doesn't get flipped out. And Sean was actually going to come on tonight on his own hangout, and I was going to kind of throw this in there, but he's he's finalizing all the details of a very awesome thing. So once Sean comes up sometime soon, y'all need to be paying attention to what he comes out with next. Um, there's a way of mirrors making streaks of light. Oh Jesus! All right, hold on. Let me bring Sean in. Looks like he made it out alive. Hold on a second. Do 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 do. All right, and coming at you, Sean. Man, that means I gotta use my headphones now. So let's see. I said close that. All right, cool.
So how do you pronounce it? Alusha?
It's hallucin.
Alushin. Okay. Now I know.
Exactly. That's on the American tongue. Hallucin.
Yeah.
And now,
I've actually covered this mirror guy twice in 2 other hangouts.
have you?
Oh yeah, I'll actually be happy to explain to you exactly how he pulled this off.
Oh, it's not really a government secret, um, but the so you actually did, huh?
Yes.
See, now
I haven't gotten through to actually find my little mirror that I can actually demonstrate it, but I have had this effect before.
Yeah. Well, here's the part that I like. Now, don't you love it when flat earthers tell us to show all the equipment?
Mm-hmm.
And don't you love it when they want specific levels and measurements made?
Yep.
Yeah, and don't you want it when don't you love it when they want to see the rigs that we use and any all of the equipment titles and parts and pieces?
Oh, of course.
Yeah, well, they didn't do any of that here,
Well, of
and
course not.
and of course Jaron mirrored it because let's not forget Jaron also made the decision to mirror the convex Earth video, so.
Kiss me to love you.
But nevertheless, so I take it this video has probably been out for a while because it looks like he only mirrored it like last week.
Yeah, it's been out for a while.
Oh, okay. Well,
it's like 2 or 3 weeks old.
There I go, not running around on other people's channels. But nevertheless, now what I'm going to show you here, actually, I'm good. There was another little intermediate thing here that I want to put out as well while this is going on. Yeah, blah 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 blah. Who cares about your channel? Now, isn't it funny? That's the exact same picture that, well, obviously the one that Skiba used, but unless I'm mistaken, that was the exact same picture that was used on Rich's channel a long time ago.
Probably.
Yeah. I don't know what they find so interesting about that, but hey, whatever. Now, come on. Okay, so ultimately all it is this. He's looking down the street. You already know this, Sean. What do you call it? He's looking down the street. Now, I'm not going to ask what that drop is that keeps on showing up on his shit. But what do you call it? He's looking down the street, and he's got now watch. Now he's talking about the street lights, and that's what he's going to use as his analog for the sun, but because it is higher than the mirror. And so what I'm going to do here, like that, he's just talking here.
Right.
And then now everybody pay attention. I'm going to put this on 25% speed. That's where it's at right now. Everybody pay attention to the detail of what he shows on his rig. Okay, he's explaining that he's got a mirror and he's got it attached to a tripod and it's leveled. Everybody ready? Okay. Here it comes. And it gets real close. I like the fact that this thing's made from Trojan. And that's about what he shows. Okay. He's going to back off of it. And then next time you see anything, it's going to be down. He's going to be down below the side. That's all he shows of his rig. Yeah, you keep thinking that, True Seeker. How's your drone stuff coming? By the way, I know it's a weekday, but if True Seeker uses the word assumption, everybody drink. But that was the extent of his rig. That's all he showed. This is Geo. This is from Torque the Line channel. Now he goes under it, and I think at one point you can actually see the rim of his camera. He wants to just say that it's actually a mirror. Yeah, there's his fingers on the camera and all this. So yes, it's actually a mirror.
Actually, back up like 6 frames.
Why is that?
Because I want you to take note of something on the mirror. When he's showing the reflection of the camera, this is what actually keyed me off to how he pulled this off. Watch the reflection of his hand in the mirror. The mirror has no frame.
Right, which means it can be bent.
Oh no, it's worse than that. Let's just say exposed glass around all of its edges.
Oh yeah, well that of course. The that was something that was obvious. But now, before I go any further, now this is at 1 minute and 42. I just wanted to show something for all the flat earthers who love to adjust brightness and contrast and intensity on pictures, and in that claim that they must be fake because there's borders on there, and absolutely have no idea what JPEG or MPEG compression does to a photo or to a video. Let me go ahead and do this real quick here. This was just something that I was having fun with. Let's see. Now, I can look at this picture right now and say everything on there was superimposed. Sean, would you agree that you have seen this claim before?
Yeah, it looks like those street lights were added in post.
Yeah, so this was all superimposed. This is all fake. Of course, I'm bullshitting, but
yeah, so a la Rob Skiba.
Yeah, but the point of that is that you get hieroglyphics like this, all kinds of neato shit around things, whether
With
it's blocks,
compression.
yeah, with compression. That's all it is. So anybody who's ever seen one of those videos and saw some kind of square around something, or saw some kind of blocky edge around something and all this, it's just compression, kids. That's all it is. It's just compression. Let's see here. Oh, wait, hold on. What?
One revolution per day is nonsense. The only thing that matters is tangential velocity. Look, I know the implications more than you. No, you don't.
I don't know what you do with your tangentials, but Tangential velocity. What was he referring to?
Basically, rim speed at every latitude. If you were to make every latitude its own disk on the globe Earth model, he thinks that the speed of the rim is the only thing that matters. All of them are rotating at 15 degrees per hour.
Right. It has to do with angular velocity, not radial velocity. Moron. The claimed motion on a sphere, dude. Take your head out of globe Earth versus flat Earth for a second. I mean, literally, take your head out of that for a second, and go get an orange and put a barbecue skewer through it and hold it up to a light. Okay, When you rotate that, yes, the equator of that particular, and equator is not a globe term. Equator is actually a geometry term. The equator of that is actually going to go around at a faster radial, radial velocity, but its angular velocity from the axis is going to be the same as the little green thing at the end. So, whatever, dude. If you want to argue even just simple geometry, okay, then you really got a screw loose, man. You need to go back to your drones. Anyway, back to what I was talking about. Now, anyway, I just wanted to point this out because this one, because he mirrored it, it added extra compression to it, and it just looked really silly. And then once I recorded it, even more compression came to it. And which, if I were a flat earther, I can argue and say that this has all been falsified. It's all fake. Tangential, boy, you need to, grow up. Anyway, I'm moving this off to the side. So, back to normal view. Go back over here to where it was. Okay, there's his spirit level. And by the way, there's no amount of color changing I can do to get it sharper or prettier. I mean, I can mess with it a little bit, but it doesn't show any of the gear any better. Okay. But this is what he ends up showing. Now, Sean, you just made one point, and that is the fact that it doesn't appear to have a rim on it, a frame on it. So therefore, exposed glass is going to cause all kinds of neat problems anyway, especially seeing that the majority of glass mirrors that are actually put out have a beveled edge on them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, which, that could give you those things. But I contend one other fact, and this is the fact that I'm going on here. Now, let me take all the adjustments off. Now, you remember when I was having that argument about the blue line with Riley all those times?
Yep.
Because he didn't want to accept the fact that that's where the horizon would have to be if a reflection was occurring off of a flat surface.
Yeah.
Now, watch this. Okay, as soon as it comes up like that. And like I said, while I do 100% accept your analysis of, it being an all glass mirror and no frame, I have to honestly say that I cannot see a frame either way. If there was one, maybe a thin one, or if there's not one. I'm just saying that I can't see one. So that lends to the discussion that there isn't one. So now watch. Now pay attention to, oops. Hold on. There's some
Hold on.
posts. What's that?
Back that up.
Bagging up.
Now watch the closest light, about 2/3 to on the right side of the screen.
You mean the one up here?
No, it's actually shows up left of that. Right now it's not seen, but it'll
Right
show
here.
up. It'll show up right about where your mouse is. Watch what happens. Oh, where is it? Did I miss it?
Oh, no, he's got to drop down first.
Yeah, look at it show up right there.
Yep.
Watch what it does.
It's clear.
Like I said, exposed edge of glass.
No. Even better. Watch this. This is an exposed edge of glass. Watch this. Watch on that same light. I didn't even notice this before because I was waiting for him to get up underneath the mirror. I wasn't paying attention.
I hadn't noticed these either. Of course, I never watched it at 25% speed.
Now watch.
I didn't see that either.
I contest that the light that you're talking about, watch. Watch this. I contest that you're seeing that through the glass. Watch why. Remember solar filters?
Uh-huh.
Watch.
Yes. That is not a mirror. It's a sheet of glass.
It's a sheet of glass in some kind of color. maybe like dark blue or something like that. I mean, I don't know what color it is, but watch. You're going to see the light through the glass. Right there. Okay. I think what he has on top of there is a piece of paper or something like that, because at first you couldn't see it. Now there's this position where you can see it, but look, the light
It's
post is
the
cut off.
level. It's the level on top of the glass.
That's why we couldn't see it.
Yep.
Because look, here's where the light post cuts off. Now let's see if that light post goes all the way up. If it goes all the way up, this is just a flat outline. Oh no, okay. The light did stop there. But watch. Okay, now he's starting to point up. This is the light through the glass. Because now he's out from under it.
What a disingenuous fuck.
No wonder why he didn't do this underneath a light. Because you would have seen that.
Yeah.
And the reason why I say it has to be like tinted or colored glass is because of the fact. Well, let's see where he goes back down under, if the light's even in the right direction for it. The what do you call it? Because the sign, you can't see through it. But that might also have to do with the angle. You might be at a a strong enough angle of attack.
Oh God.
But that right there, no, that light is being looked at through the fucking glass. Now the other one is shaded by the tripod. Okay, no, he had it behind the tripod when he went back up. So let's go up. Come on. Come on. Yeah, now the angle is too steep. Now, this is what I want you to look at. See these 4 posts here on this corner?
They're showing up in the mirror or the glass.
Well, yeah, but watch where. Okay, and there's this crossbar, and this is what I was actually concentrating on. He zooms in a second here. Now, number one, this reflection should not be this distance from the edge of the glass. Should not be, could not be, will not be. Okay, it is too close, which lends to the fact that this glass is probably bent. Even if it's glass, maybe it's even plastic, because it just isn't there. You see what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it's definitely glass. Back up a little bit. I'll show you why.
Yeah, I just saw the blue. Is that what you're gonna say?
The little green on the left-hand side, yeah,
Yeah, it's coming up right here.
because it's
It's
from
probably that sign.
that
Yeah.
sign. So it is a sheet of glass.
But it is definitely not perfectly flat. And as you saw it happen here, watch the reflections on the signs. They do not match identically, which a flat mirror, they would match identically.
Yeah.
Now watch. You'll see it kind of creep up. See?
Yeah.
See that? So, and just from angles alone, now that sign's a pretty decent distance away, and I would argue that it's taller than him, or taller than this setup, right?
Yep.
Well, the middle is finding itself pointing between those two signs, because you'd never see the top sign reflected. Jeez. So, but yeah, and that. Oh, sorry, there was the blue spot that you were talking about. Hold on.
A little forward.
Yeah, here it comes. Right as the edge comes down. Yeah, all these things you saw blitzing through there and this right here.
Yeah, that's the effect you get through tempered glass.
Uh-huh. And you also saw it over here, the reflection inside of the glass, the refraction inside of the glass about the light that's actually up here. Sorry, dude. And I had written on Jeranism's channel. Now, I did recently find out that I'm not blocked on his channel, but I think what I am is I am one of his hit words. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That puts me in the check for review. Now here's another thing. Watch how the streaks just kind of appear.
Yeah, that's because he's looking through the edge of the glass and it's bouncing back and forth between the glass surface and the actual reflective surface on the other side.
Mm.
That would result in a streak pattern.
Right. So
that's why the importance of having that front edge towards the light being covered over or painted would really help out this thing to find out if it's legit or not. He's got open glass.
Yep. And the problem is, I mean, the biggest problem in this, and what I actually wrote on Jaren's thing, is that it would sure help if we could actually see the assembly. Because I know damn well that if I had done, let's say, my Star Trails video where I had the camera on my tire, on my bicycle tire.
Oh, yeah.
What do you call it? If I hadn't shown that, then all bets would have been off. It would have been like, oh, no, he's faking it somehow, and that's Photoshop and a curved lens or whatever. And no, so this test is just total bullshit. There is nothing actually legit about this test.
No.
So I don't know what he was looking for on it, but hey, Jaren, you're mirroring fraud, dude.
He's mirroring a mirrored fraud.
Right. I guess you can put it that way. And then here's another thing. Now, because of the size of a lens on a camera, the size of the lens is actually larger than the thickness of the glass.
Which is why the lights above the mirror edge are showing up, because it's on the bottom half of the lens.
Right. Because the lens is, when you get something real close to your lens, it's completely blurred and you can see things as if you're looking right through them, or looking right through whatever the closer object is. That's why these lights still appear. And yet if the reflections that you're seeing are in the middle of that, then you know that you're looking at light going through that glass. And that's all you're seeing.
I need to find my little mirror that doesn't have edges on it just so I can replicate this.
Because honestly, if you were to turn it like this, or the glass end is probably somewhere around here, you wouldn't see these lights here. You would see the reflection of them. You know, if the claim were true, you would see the reflection of them upside down. But you're only seeing reflections of these lights, and these lights, and these lights. And then, of course, the car lights. You're not seeing reflections of these. The reason why you're not seeing them is because of the fact that they are now above the mirror. Kind of weird how all that works. I've taken photos 30,000 feet above sea level, and there's still not 1 degree of curvature. Really? Can you produce those photos there, Truth Seeker? Bonehead.
I thought he said drop. Oh, he did say curvature. I was going to say, I've taken a drone up to 1,639 feet, and I've actually measured 0.7 degrees of drop from 100 feet to 1,639.
And wait a minute. I might be wrong on this, but didn't Truth Seeker say that we see curvature out of a commercial airliner's window because the windows are bent?
I think every flat earther has claimed that.
Yeah, at one point or another. Yeah, you love spreading truth. You don't test it much, though, do you? Hold on a second here. Go to channel. See if he's got anything. Nope. All I see is a bunch of created playlists. So, yeah. You never stated that? Like I said, I might have been wrong on that, but, as Sean said, and I agree with, pretty much every flat earther has made that claim at one time or another. As a matter of fact, I first saw the first video I ever saw of Surf Purzles. She was driving. She was being taunted by somebody saying that car windows made.
I remember those videos.
Yeah, that car windows actually bend light in a way that would make it look like the Earth was curved. And she was driving through her city and all this. He went down like about 5, 6 streets, and she's like, "I'm still not seeing it."
Hold on, I'm gonna make a comment here. While we like that you're here, Truth Seeker, so we have some more content to comment on. You go on other people's channels when you're invited. You weren't invited, but we're glad you're here.
Yeah, and this also kind of tells me that you're a subscriber, so thank you. Because I think I just hit 4K today.
I'm still showing 3.9.
Hold on a second here. I got, oh man,
So close.
so close, man, so close.
Well, I can't unsub you and resub you because that'll just like still be the same.
It'll still say the same, yeah. Our peripheral vision tends to make the edges appear curved when you focus. And I am subscribed.
So focusing will literally make things look curved. If you take things out of focus, it'll make it look curved. I don't think you've tested that very well.
Actually, you know what, True Seeker? Did you know that the human eye actually distorts about twice as much as a GoPro?
After all, the average human eye has about 120-degree field of view.
Mm-hmm. All the way around, minus your eyebrows and eyelids. Kaiser, don't give it away. Yes, Purzel, we all saw your video of you driving through town.
Eyes are just CGI.
Yeah, eyes are CGI. Yeah, and we know that that top secret mason glass you got on those German cars.
Oh, he says he did an experiment. Forgot to film it.
Hey, True Seeker, can you tell me which one of these playlists that you created of somebody else's content has that in it? He doesn't study, so how do we know? He doesn't test, so how does he know? Mick West, who claimed 500 feet of elevation is insufficient to capture a curve on a digital camera. Yeah, 500 feet of left to right.
I will attest to that. Reg was nice enough to go out to the Gulf of Mexico where it's all water and was actually able to get curvature left to right from 1,638 feet.
Yeah, okay, that's a lot higher, and we got very little curvature out of it, but we got curvature.
Yeah, very little, but it was there. And that was just with a 78.8-degree field of view.
It doesn't. I don't have such a linked vid. Well, but you're claiming that you have research, man. Where's your research?
Yeah, you're giving an experiment that you did, but there's no site or there's no actual experiment presented at all. So we're just taking your word for it now. That's exactly what we say not to do.
Yeah, I mean,
don't take people's words for it, and you're giving us your word.
Right. So exactly where are you going with that? See, one of the first rules, and Sean, I'm pretty sure you got this as well. One of the first rules that I got out of Flat Earth, or excuse me, from Flat Earthers, was parroting is bad. Repeating other people's stuff without testing it yourself is bad. Question everything that everybody else tells you is good. And then, of course, NASA bad, Mason's bad, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So the question is, and I've asked this has become my new question that I ask trolls that come to my page. Not everybody's a troll.
For fuck's sake.
But the new question that I always ask everybody is, would you take my text as proof of the globe? Now, of course, they come back and they say no. Well, then you're a hypocrite because you want me to take your text as or your words as something else. Hold on a second. If you want to present,
If you want me to present, then invite me on. If not, then the burden of proving it to yourself is on you. No, you said you had an experiment, and you say not to take people's words for anything, and you're telling us to take your word that you've done an experiment. You
right?
said
So
you got it on video. We asked for your video. It's
and
not on your channel.
you're supposed to be a spreader of truth. So is this a consequential spreader of truth? You know, there's conditions to it.
Let me just say that again for you, Truth Seeker. You don't want anybody to take anybody else's words unless they're your words, which makes you a hypocrite.
Right.
Present your video. We'll be glad to take a look at it.
Uh-huh.
Throw it up on your channel. Stand behind what you claim.
And I'll tell you what, if you link it below this hangout, once this hangout actually produces, I'll pin it for you. I'll keep it all the way up top.
You said you did the experiment. I'm pretty sure you recorded it. Put it on your channel. We'll take a look at it. We'll be happy to.
Here, Truth Seeker, I'm going to ask you a question. And maybe you were paying attention to what I just said, or maybe you're not. I don't know. It's possible. Would you accept my text or my words as proof of the globe? Yeah, Jim B, I'm subscribed to them as well.
But you got to say it right. I'll pin ya.
Pin ya. If what you stated, well, how do you judge it's the truth? If it just feels right to you? How about this, Truth Seeker? I was up on an observation tower in Germany looking out over a city with a mountain in the background. And that mountain's exact height was exactly where it was supposed to be in relation to the buildings in the foreground, resulting in the exact measurements that you can find on any curve calculator for the curvature of the Earth. Is that cool for you? No.
Or how about this? I personally made a prediction based on the globe Earth heliocentric model on exactly where the sun would rise and at what time. And the prediction matched. Are you going to take my word for that, or would you prefer to see that in video?
Well, now hold on. I can one up your one sunrise. You see, I had 23 people around the world send me nothing more than a video with a time and a date in it and showing me where the sun was at a specific time. Everybody within about, I think about, well, there was 3 separate times that they did them. And when I put it to the globe model, it matched the exact track of the sun for that time period.
Hold on, let's address this. I believe that, but I have also observed flat lakes that are 30 miles wide, which not only should be curving, but should be below 1,500 feet of curvature, and I can see the foreground of things behind it. Here's the big question that no flat earther ever wants to answer at this point. What was the eye level of the observer? Because that matters instead of just using 8 inches per mile squared, which has a 0 observer height.
And how did you get your measurement from one end to the other? I mean, how did you know that you were actually looking all the way across the lake, shore to shore?
In fact, let's verify if he used the 8 inches per mile squared bullshit.
Oh, resist stupidity. I know. I love those guys, man. They're hysterical.
So we'll set the eye height for 0, 30 miles. Oh, come on. Really? Did it bug out on me? Oh, hold on. He really screwed something up here. With a 0 eye height at a target of 30 miles away, he said 1,600 feet, right?
1,500.
Try 600.
Now, are you on Metabunk or are you on GitHub?
Well, with a target with a eye height of 0,
no, I'm just asking. Are you on Metabunk or GitHub?
I went to GitHub, but you'll get the same results out of Metabunk as well, as far as a 0 eye height is concerned.
Right, but there's one thing missing on the GitHub one that's not missing on the Metabunk one. That is drop.
Well, with a 0 eye height, it should be the same.
Oh, yeah, that's true. It would, yeah.
But with a 0 eye height truth seeker. Oh, now, okay. Well, what is your target distance that you're talking about then?
Right. What target did you see?
Because you said at 30 miles, it was 1,600 feet. Demonstrably wrong by all Earth curve calculators that use a 0 eye height. No, the distance that I claimed, you claimed 30 miles.
Here, let's scroll back. Let's see, only possible. Okay, I believe that, but I also observed flat lakes that are 30 miles wide, which not only should be curving, but should be below 1,500 feet of curvature.
At 30 miles, 600 feet will be hidden with a 0 elevation eye height.
Right.
If your eye height was 6 feet, we'll just do 5 feet, actually, because I don't know how tall you are.
Wait, now you're bringing up other people's shit. Salton Sea? We already did Salton Sea, man. Scroll back. And at no point from one side of Salton Sea to the other, and Salton Sea, by the way, is not 30 miles, or at least not looking down the whole stretch of the 30 miles. It was, what, 10 miles that they were looking?
Yeah.
The other shore was never seen from the observing shore.
Unless they went up to the parking lot, which was higher ground.
But that's not at the shore. That's up in the parking lot.
So, but see, now you're saying you've personally seen this, and now it was the Salton Sea observation that.
Right. It's just, and now he's saying it's all the same thing. That's the lake I was viewing, which should have been below the curvature. Which lake? Are you claiming now Salton Sea? Because I've already done the Salton Sea stuff, dude. And I think you know that.
Well, he's playing complete and total dodge points here because, he said his 30-mile lake, then he brings up the Salton Sea was his observation, which is only 10 miles.
Mm-hmm.
So that shoots out his 30-mile lake claim.
What's up, Negs? Well,
so for being a true seeker, you sure the fuck do change your story a lot to avoid having to being caught out in lies.
There's a mountain in Julian, oh, great. Which you can see, Salton Sea, which is more than Earth globe says is possible. Which mountain?
So just to clarify this, you're saying you can see the Salton Sea from a mountain. How far away is the mountain from
it sounds like you're saying there's a mountain in the Salton Sea footage that you shouldn't be able to see.
Yeah, he says, I'm only talking about one observation from Julian, which is, I'm guessing, is the name of the mountain. Which I may be wrong on. That's just my assumption based on what his story keeps changing from. Looking Salton Sea, which I'm assuming is a 2, and is you who is obfuscating the claims. No, you started off with a 30 miles dropping 1,500 feet, which is only 600, by the way. Then you changed to where it was a target beyond that 30 miles with a number that I came up with, which I didn't. You never gave us a distance to your target. We asked you for that, and you changed it to the Salton Sea.
So let's see. In miles, first of all. Hate dealing with miles. In miles, the length of the Salton Sea is actually 35 miles, but that's not where they did any of their observations. They did their observations from desert shores to this recreation area up here, which was 9.6 miles. Sean, 9.6 miles at 0?
9.6? That would be 61 feet of hidden. So with a 0 eye height, that's 61-foot drop.
61-foot drop with your eye on the bubbly, man.
And since they were doing their observation at, I believe, 2 feet.
No, they were about 3 feet because what's her name? Stacy never really brought her shit out.
37 feet.
37 feet, right?
Of hidden.
Which the big 10-foot balloons up on about 10 to 15 feet of berm here up on the street when they were setting it up made it perfectly visible. Are we really going to go down this road again?
But he's saying that it's the mountain that if the observer's on the mountain, they can see the Salton Sea 30 miles.
What mountain?
What is the elevation of the mountain?
No, give me the mountain.
Yeah. What's the mountain name?
These damn things have names, man. I use Midwest calculator. Yeah. No, you didn't.
What's the mountain name? You've done this observation. We want the mountain name. You said you saw it. So what's the mountain name you were standing on?
3,500 or so. What is the mountain name?
Oh, you dumb fuck. Every peak has a name.
There's not a peak in the United States, especially not in the West, that doesn't have some kind of cool name. They're all named after some either somebody or something they caught up there or whatever. There's not a peak in the United States that doesn't have a name.
It's usually named after the person that found it and first set foot on it. Usually.
Not always, or something they did up there. I can tell you every mountain I've ever climbed by name. There's only 3 of them. There are many peaks. Hey, Truth Seeker, listen up, buddy. You're making claims and you're spitting out numbers. You have to be able to at least, I mean, help me help you, man. At least tell me the name of the mountain that you're talking about observing from. I don't think
the chain is called the Cayamancha Mountains.
What if you use Peak Finder? No, I don't want to give him the name. This is his claim. Because I looked up probably about 30 different mountains when I was researching this whole thing. The scenic viewpoint right before Julian, California has no name.
Really?
Julian, California? Julian, Cali, USA. The scenic viewpoint has no name. Now, you do realize where you're talking about looking from, right? You want to tell me that there's a viewpoint up here that doesn't have a name?
Pulling out the Google Earth.
Now, I think, see, the one that can see Salton Sea, it's probably over here. Yeah, there's a spot right there that can see it. And I think probably right up here. So is this the one? Oh, now it has a name. Desert View Park on Google Maps.
Oh, imagine. It's amazing how quickly that got a name, huh?
Desert View Park. In Julian. Oh, well, hey, a little bit outside of Julian. And guess what? Look, there's a little tree here. Wonder if that's called something. It's probably out like Donner or something. Now you're saying that this view, which I am showing you on Google Earth right now, on Google Earth,
Desert View Park, 4,654 feet.
Now, are you saying that this view is impossible on a globe? Is that what you're saying, buddy? Because even Google Earth shows it.
So his, oh, I don't know, about 3,000 feet is only 1,600 feet off.
Look, this is, you know what? I'll bet you, I wonder if there's a scenic drive. Oh, it just got real.
Oh, they got a street view?
Google Street View. Salton Sea is right back there. So what were you saying? No, I'm saying the mountains behind. Dude, you just gave me the damn name of the place. I'm saying that the mountains behind the lake, according to Mick West, shouldn't be visible. What mountains behind what? You talking about there? Are you talking about there? From here?
Well, let's take a look at these mountains here.
Didn't
They're on the east side of Salton Sea.
didn't realize they had my car. They caught me out here faking the globe, man.
Come on, elevation profile.
This is where you're talking. These are the names. Now, hold on.
Get the, oh my God, Slide's better than that.
Well,
the mountains directly east of Salton Sea. There is one that's 2,820 feet.
No. He's not. He's directly east of Salton Sea. Okay.
Yeah, because his observation point's west of it.
I see a mountain peak here.
Literally, what looks like sand dunes, they're actually mountains right there at the edge of the lake. 2,820 feet.
Okay, now hold on a second here. Let me see something here. Now the mountains that I saw in that picture. Hey, don't do that. Hate it when it wants to do that. Okay, so.
And it's actually taller than that because I'm not over the highest point of it.
Okay, the back azimuth is 243. I would say that puts it about 242 even. Okay, so. Alrighty then. Let's find out which mountains we's talking about. Now that's the peak that I was seeing a second ago. And there's two more nice big peaks right there. Are you talking about these two guys here, man? Truth seeker. Truth seeker. Water is not conforming. Oh, dude. Really? You're jumping in water now? Truth seeker, your attention needs to be up here, man. Okay. So this is where you're talking about, right? These two guys right here.
Well, I'm going to check something else real quick because I'm going from Desert View Park to that mountain there.
So I have.
Oh, hold on. It gets better than that, Sly.
Huh.
From Desert View Park, when you get to 30 miles towards Salton Sea, you don't even reach Salton Sea.
What are you talking about?
If you're starting out at Desert View Park and do a straight line towards Salton Sea, you'll get to Salton Sea at about 40 to 41 miles, depending on where you line up at.
Okay.
Remember, he was looking across the Salton Sea at 30 miles.
Oh, Jesus.
So, obviously, you haven't researched any of these distances yet, Truth Seeker. Because Salton Sea is well beyond 30 miles.
Okay, so Desert View Park I have at 1421 meters. And then there's a little bit of clutterage here in the middle, and that's 835. But the real bonkers here, they're at about 1345, and what's this guy? About 1270 at Properties.
Hold on. He's now shifting the goalpost because he's saying, yeah, the distances are much greater. The problem is you were the one that asserted the numbers first, and we've proven you to be wrong.
All right, hold on a second here. Can't have Sean having all the fun with the numbers. Still waiting for you to post that video, by the way. Let's see here.
So for someone who's just seeking the truth, you don't actually want the actual numbers involved. Not really seeking the truth at that point, are you?
79 miles. Well, I think I'm a little bit far on that because I actually shot.
Oh, now he didn't have Google Earth and was just or Google Maps, and he was just doing everything off the top of his head. No, that's called making bullshit up, True Seeker. You came in here matter-of-factly, and now we've proven you wrong. And now it's like, oh, I just didn't know what they really were. Okay, that's, again, now, not seeking truth.
Hey, Truth Seeker. Okay, you ready? From 1,421 meters at Desert View Park, looking at 62, I think it was about 62 degrees, basically over to those mountains he was talking about. These mountain peaks right here that you're saying that you confirmed with Mick West shouldn't be visible, right? 1,300 meters. Oh, wait, I did that in feet. My bad.
Dumbass.
My bad. Oh, that's because I started out with miles. Okay, so, which is 127 of those. 1,421. Okay. Oh, you're going to love this, man. Distance in kilometers is 127 kilometers from point A to point B there, okay? You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Now, he's up on 1,421 meters. Okay, not feet. Now, these peaks, I'm even going to say they could be ground level. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on.
So you verified this with the Earth Curve Calculator for Mick West site there. Hey, Truth Seeker, bust it again. Let me guess, you used an eye height of 0 like a dumbass.
And Flat Earth Victoria, Canada, Google Earth, I have found to be more precise than I ever could have imagined it would be. I was able to track locations with the sun during the Big East experiment that tracked true just on features around buildings that tracked true for over 9,000 kilometers. So you can say whatever the hell you want.
And by the way, Flat Earth Victoria, Canada, when I actually calculated where the sun should rise, I used local landmarks to tell me which direction it was. And guess where I got those local landmarks from? Google Earth.
Oh, you're saying, yeah, okay. Here. Just so you can see it. Videos. And that was the, well, as soon as this loads up. Where is the Big East experiment? I'll even show you where it is. With him, he did the calcs. Oh yeah, he did. Now it's Mick West's fault for saying that Mick West was wrong. Good luck with that.
I need citation for that one because I think you're full of shit, just like everything you've said so far.
So feel free to, after this video's over, to go ahead and link to where that actually happened. Okay, Victoria, Canada, Big East test. Go ahead and take a look at it, because your friend Nathan Oakley ran from it like a little child, and so did all of his other little lackeys. I also concede and grow like a real person.
Oh, when I asked him for the citation of that little conversation, oh, Mick West deleted it. Really?
I'm gonna call bullshit on that, because Mick West is a lot like me in that sense. He'll keep things up just to watch the argument happen. Oh, now we're switching to cars. Geo, don't do that.
Again, Flat Earth, Victoria, Canada. When I calculated for a globe where the sun should rise, I used Google Earth to locate local landmarks that were on that heading, so I could actually just fly my drone up, line it up with those landmarks, and there would be the sun. And guess what? It worked.
Guess what else there, Victoria? I'm gonna start calling you Victoria. Victoria, I'm anything that I put out is based on a lie. Well, 2 of the 3 experiments that I actually produced inside of this video here, 2 of the 3 experiments were actually tests against the globe. And guess what? The globe passed. The one thing that I tested that was a claim of flat earthers didn't pass. Go figure.
I want to point out this little dodge of his real quick, because I brought up how I was able to predict where the sun would rise. The flat Earth has never once made an accurate prediction on where the sun would rise or set.
Per its model.
Yeah.
Per its lack of model.
So using the globe Earth model, I was able to predict beforehand where the sun would rise.
And based on what math? I think that was actually at me. Let me get in front of your
exactly. He gets
right.
it. There is no flat Earth model, which means they cannot make predictions.
Right. The let me get in front of what you're about to say here, Victoria, and that is, you see, if I put in the calculations that are presented as the globe calculations, and I put those into an experiment and test the results of that experiment, if the experiment comes out the way it's exactly supposed to land and what concurs with our reality and what we see every day, then that means I have confirmed those numbers. Do you understand that? Okay. If you had a flat Earth model, if you had a flat Earth model and you were able to make some kind of prediction with it or do some kind of a test comparison with it, and that test comparison passed, then your flat Earth numbers you actually just tested. Okay. Using those numbers actually means that you are testing them. I could say that the way that it predicts sun models and based on flat Earth in reality. No, it's not. The sun doesn't work in any model of flat Earth. The sun doesn't work in any model of flat Earth. Okay? And I'll tell you why. Because if you go down south of the equator, I challenge, and even if Torque the Line is watching right now because I was just talking about his video, I challenge any flat earther, especially this time of year, to go out into a city and take a picture of the sunrise, solar noon, and sunset. Because first of all, the sunrise and the sunset are taking place south of east and south of west, respectively, which does not comport with anything flat Earth. So, you go right ahead. Every model is a flat Earth model. Some just with flash variables. You can throw out whatever words you want to. You still don't have any tests. No flat earther has a model because we have no NASA frauds working. Yeah, sweet, Victoria. Where did I get what calculations specifically?
I think he was talking to me about my calculating where the sun would rise.
Oh, okay.
Which was based entirely on the day of the year it was, where I'm located at on the sphere, which is at 41 degrees north. And just ran with that with basic geometry. Basic geometry told me where the sun would rise.
What up, Miles? Hey, Miles, did you know that Riley said that in that demonstration that Ranty did, that it was unimportant wherever the ruler was? He actually said that. That wasn't the important part, he said. My calculations. Which calculations would you like to know about there, Vicky? And by the way, when you come back and say all of them, I'm just going to stop talking to you.
Jared, I don't know. This is the first time I've ever seen Flat Earth Victoria, Canada. I couldn't verify or deny that.
Oh, he comes on my shit all the time. That prove you're on it. What?
Oh, yeah, Flat Earth Victoria, Canada. That's a good reminder. Tiger Dan tried to make an accurate Flat Earth map, and he ended up becoming a globe earther.
And y'all called him a shill.
Yep.
Here's some calculations for you right here, man. Go over and watch this video. And I just happily await your analysis, other than you saying that I'm a liar. I'm just trying to find. No, you're not. I've read your comments on my channel. You have absolutely no interest in finding out if we live on a ball. See, see, he wrote "LOL, Tiger Dan." You have absolutely no interest. You are here just to be a dick.
Yep.
That's all you're here to be. You're here to be a dick.
Or if Jared is correct in his supposition, then looking for a dick.
Yeah, that could be it too.
Because you never stick your dick in stupid.
This is true.
Unless your name is Nathan Oakley.
Which is also why he didn't reply to my most recent comment on this thing. So you would like proof besides using math? Okay, well then here. Let's go back. All I have to do in my control panel here. Now I'm actually working on a compressed video of all my curvature evidence so that I don't have to keep on passing like 50 links to you guys. Here, curvature.
Yes, Scythe DK, every flat earther was all patting Tiger down on the back when he first set out to create the first flat earth working map.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was all like, "We got your back, man. Good luck. How, stick it to the man." And by episode 5, he realized it couldn't be done, and he's like, "This is impossible. It's not a flat earth."
So
everybody ate him alive.
Are you ready, Vicky? Okay, we're gonna go from newest to oldest. Okay. In the Randy Cant geometry one, which was the analysis of the Miles Davis picture that was taken in Scotland, I did the actual numbers to show that the height relationships of the bridge and the mountains in the distance did not match being across the plain. As a matter of fact, they match being across the curve per the calculations by well, I think it was I think I used both of them. I think I used GitHub and Metabunk, and guess what? Worked out just fine.
Hold
Silent
on,
movie. What?
I'm going to interrupt you because True Seeker said something really interesting. Steven, I can be honest and tell you that I don't know. However, if you believe you live on a globe, then where is the Bendy water? Will you show him the Bendy water, please?
Which Bendy water? Oh, you mean Skiba's Bendy water?
Oh, no. Well, I think Red's is better.
You mean Kellum's Bendy water?
I still think Red's is better because it's low altitude Bendy water.
But we also have. Well, okay. Do I have Red's Bendy water?
You should. You took a screenshot of it. I figured you would have saved it.
Nah, I think I killed it.
Oh, you bastard! Now I have to dig it out.
Oh, nope. Got it. You talking about this Bendy water?
Yeah.
That Bendy water. Okay.
Yep.
Hold on a second. Let me go ahead and open up the.
So, True Seeker, this is specially for you. You wanted Bendy water on Earth. We're going to show it to you.
Come on,
firsthand.
Especially for you. I mean, geez, we've done this like a dozen times. This is like sloppy fourths. Well, as soon as my Bendy water verifier comes up, there we go. Ready, True Seeker? You ready for this, right? So, go ahead and put this picture. Now, what were the details on this, Sean?
78.8 degree field of view.
Right.
1,638 feet.
All right. So,
with
ready?
with a rectilinear lens.
And look,
not a fisheye.
Pretty much at the center of the field of view.
Yep.
Let's go ahead and draw a line. That looks pretty much edge to edge, wouldn't you say there, Sean?
Looks like that to me. I can't get her. Let me put that on the big monitor.
Oops, I'm giving away the ending. Okay, so, yeah, that puts it right there. No, take them off by about 1 pixel. Right there. Okay, and then, not that.
Yep, you missed it on the left side, I believe.
No, the problem is that it gets mad at me. Come on. There we go.
And make sure you line it up perfect.
That's what I'm doing. Okay. Now, I'm going to ask first to Vicky and Truth Seeker, would you say, I'm going to leave this line in a spot here. Okay, watch. Would you say that this straight line, which is a point-to-point line, would you say that this line right now is meeting the horizon on the edge of the picture? Vicky and Truth Seeker, would you say that that line is there?
Make sure you do it on the left side too, so they don't have any complaints.
Okay, that's what I'm making sure of here. Truth Seeker, are you answering my question or not?
No, he's not. He's trying to say it's refractive interference.
Yeah, interesting.
Nice way you can make up terms like that.
Vicky, you're saying this is not at the horizon. Which way does it need to go? Vicky. Because you can go to the ocean and see that it would not be the horizon. That's not what I'm asking you. I'm asking you in this photograph. Or are we just like ducking it because I'm actually including you in the troubleshooting in the analysis process? Are you just ducking me? I'm saying it looks like the horizon, but if you left it, yeah, okay. So in other words, you have absolutely no interest
in knowing the truth.
Seeker of truth person of being involved in this.
Since they're literally trying to find out every made up excuse, like what was the word that you used, Truth Seeker? Refractive what?
Refractive interference.
Refractive interference. Go to the left side, make sure you're lined up on that side too.
Okay. Let me not put in the refractive interference extra button thingy. Come on, stop fucking with me. There we go.
Yeah, you're a little low. Nope, you were right.
Right there.
All right.
Now, this time I'm not going to ask Truth Seeker or Vicky because they have absolutely no interest in actually finding out the truth instead of just claiming that they know it. Okay, so go back to normal size. Made no movement on the line, and it has no vectors to it other than point to point. So let's go ahead and, oops, grab the line and the picture, group it together. And you called it, Resist Stupidity. You called it.
Squish.
Time to feel the squeeze.
Oh, the pressure's on. Oh, squish. Squish is beautiful.
Ready? And now zoom. Now, something that apparently Truth Seeker and Vicky can't see. No, Vicky, that's a stationary tsunami that nobody heard about.
Curve over water. We thank you, DGI. There's your curvature.
And guess what? Unless I'm mistaken, that's water. Remove the line.
Mac the Mad, that is currently in the process of becoming a song. Spoiler alert.
Now I was told to remove the line. Line's
Huh.
gone.
Line's gone.
I can
Curvature.
even see, shit, I can see that. That's
The line
land?
was left there to show that squishing the picture did not alter the line of the horizon.
Now, this is Gulf of Mexico, right?
Yep.
Vicky, you want to tell me what land's in the middle of Gulf of Mexico? He's claiming it's land.
Really?
Scroll up.
That is land by the looks of it. No, this is looking west or southwest over the Gulf of Mexico from Florida. There's nothing but water there.
Lots of water.
Okay, compressed fog and clouds.
In other words,
so, you don't want the truth. You just want excuses.
So who do I got? What wrenches do I got out there? I got Gio and Jared, right?
I'm in there too, but
yeah, but you're in here. So Gio and Jared. Nah. You know what? Leave him be. Leave him be. It's funny to watch him sell himself out.
And now it's fog and clouds. That's beautiful.
Yeah, it gets real foggy when you get up that high. Yeah. No, not Whack-A-Troll, because he's actually
funny.
He's doing my job for me.
Yeah, Frankie 2.0 just nailed it. That's why we left the line there, is specifically show that squishing the picture did not distort the image.
Oh, look at him. He just said the golden words right there. Read it.
So now we live on a cylinder?
Exactly. You just said the golden words, Vicky. I might even call you by your proper name, Flat Earth Victoria, Canada. You see, flat earthers expect to be able to look in a certain direction and be able to see curvature even from the ground if the earth is spherical. And I have said 1,000 times that would only occur if we were on a cylinder, but it would also only occur in one of two directions. Now he's making a joke about us living on a cylinder. Do you understand how it is, the angles that are involved, that you would actually be able to see this?
Well, let me ask you this,
Sly. You're actually looking down at the earth.
Let me ask you this, Sly.
What's that?
What was the original width of that image? And what is it after? How much did you compress it by to be able to get the curve to show out like that?
Oh shit, I don't even know.
I'm gonna guess 90 to 95% squishing.
Well, we can find that out. What's that? I'll just go like this. We've done this enough times. That 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, hold on.
Oh shit.
Hold on. Group it. So that is 100%. So I would say 5%. 5% left.
So 90 to 95%.
Yeah, about 95% squished.
Yeah, that's the extent of a low altitude squish to see curvature of the Earth. 95% reduction left to right.
Yes, Flat Earth Victoria, Canada, looking down. A downward angle to the horizon. Even your eyeball's width across the water, you are actually looking downward at the horizon. Limited channels here. Where?
Yeah, he's there. Does he got you blocked?
No, I see him now. He's the one who's filling up my shit with icons.
Yeah, he's actually logging on to different accounts to keep from being spam or banned, I guess. That's funny.
He's coming in different accounts.
Yeah.
Gentlemen.
Yeah, his first comment was from the Limitless channel. His second comment was from Limitless channel number 8.
Go for it. Go for it, Jared. Geo. If it says Limitless on it, knock it out. Apparently there's multiple channels. I don't play that shit, dumbass. What do you mean not down? Horizon is not eye level. How many times has that got to be showed to you? Even Jaren put that out, that the horizon is no longer at eye level because of his personal atmospheric dome. Before it gets to eye level, you get out to the cutoff edge of the 3-mile radius personal atmospheric dome.
Now let's clarify this 3-mile radius atmospheric dome, because at ground level it's a dome. As you gain altitude, it would become a sphere.
Right.
And this is the same problem that Limitless and Awake Souls ran into when we debated them. Is if it's a personal atmospheric sphere as you gain altitude, then the higher you go, the less ground you'll be able to see as you get to a smaller radius of sphere at the ground level. So gaining altitude with a personal atmospheric dome would shorten your eye seeing distance to the ground. Or along the ground.
Victoria, Canada, are you saying that Jaren is wrong then? So JT's images are looking down at the horizon is not at all eye level. The horizon is never at eye level. Ever.
Let me do this one, because I've actually done this experiment with my drone. I started off at 100 feet and gained altitude to 1,639 feet.
You got your footage?
And watched as the horizon dropped. Oh, you want my footage?
Sure, go ahead and present it.
Okay, let me get back up to my channel. And funnily enough, this was my Orphan Red video that I had to do.
Oh, jeez.
Shout out to Jared.
Phoebe, I believe I got your picture. I'll look at that in a second. You have no ideas what Jaren is, but he's your leader. You know, as you guys claim that Neil deGrasse Tyson is mine.
Wow, it's on my third page already. Jeez. Mute.
But you do realize that claiming that the horizon coming to eye level actually disputes, if not completely denies, what Jeranism said. You understand that, right?
All right, let's see if
The
that little bar will
horizon
go away.
is not at eye level when you look out port and starboard of an airplane at 37,000 feet. I want to, man. Next time I'm in a plane, I'm gonna fucking love to do that one video. There was some dude who went out and. Oh, and by the way, I also have flat Earth, the horizon at eye level thing video. You can go ahead and look at that. Sure, it is. No, it's not. Watch this. Would you? Are you a person who subscribes to the fact that obviously water is flat? Correct. Finds its own level. Flat Earth, Victoria, Canada. Flat Earth, Victoria, Canada. Oh shit! I'm not even presenting Sean. Sorry.
I'm still opening windows here so I can see the chat. So just for you, Flat Earth, Victoria, Canada, who says the horizon doesn't drop with altitude.
Water is level, of course. Even with that spelling.
All right, Vicky, here we go. This is at 136 feet. You can't see it because the YouTube bar is in the way, but I'll fix that in a second. 136 feet. See that little arrow on the left? That never changes. I never touch the gimbal on the camera. Let's go up here to, I don't know. That's at 1,450 feet and going up. Let's watch what happens when everything levels out at maximum altitude. And let's see where the horizon's at without ever touching the gimbal on the camera. That horizon has dropped.
Imagine
So
that.
maximum altitude, where's the horizon at compared to that line? The horizon level is no longer at the level it was when I was only at 136 feet. It has fallen, all because of altitude. So for you and fuckwit word, the horizon is not always at eye level.
I want to find
And
that video because I laughed my ass off when I saw it. The dude who had the cup of water next to his on his tray table in the plane. Do you know who did that?
no.
Damn, that shit was funny as hell.
Adrian, Adrina, he's more than welcome to look at the video. The gimbal was never touched. I specifically did that video to not touch the gimbal because of a claim by Orphan Red. And specifically from 136 feet to 1,640 feet, it is 0.7 degrees lower than when it started.
Only on your drone, but not no. I know where he's going with that one. It's the classic. Because I can see it, it must not have dropped.
People who take theodolite apps onto aircraft find it be usually between 3 and 4 degrees of drop, which does match. But again, you ignore all of the evidence that shits on your parade, just like every other flat earther.
Mm-hmm. Which is also why you went to a different subject after we showed you this one.
And just for shits and giggles,
Does anybody in my chat right now? It wasn't too long ago. Somebody he just had a plastic cup of water on his tray table, and then he matched it up to the looking out the window. Does anybody remember who that was?
let me go back to page 8 or 9 of my videos. It might be on page 8. So here comes a time travel debunk for you.
Oh.
So
SpaceX shows
everybody
a
who goes
lot.
up into high altitude craft never see the horizon drop. Oh, sorry about your luck. This was back from, good Lord, when? March 9th of 2016.
That's the one. Thank you, Terman. Or wait, is that the one? No, that's on a train, dude.
And just for the intellectually retarded there, Mr. Victoria, over here's the elevation angle that the theodolite is sitting at. This is minus 0.1 degrees below eye level, the crosshair is. The horizon is 1, 2, 3 degrees below eye level. Thank you for self-debunking yourself again.
Terman. On an airplane, man. You're showing me train stuff. That is kind of cool, though. They're showing the smoothness of the Japanese bullet train there. Got a coin balanced up on the windowsill.
Alex, he self-debunked when he claimed that people in a high-altitude aircraft never see the horizon drop. I've already got footage that shows otherwise.
And he has also, what do you call it, now accepted SpaceX to be real because he's relying on the footage shown by SpaceX. Thanks, Victoria. Did Truth Deflector leave?
I think so.
Chinese, not Japanese. I'm sorry.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, now it's fake X because it no longer supports what you were saying.
But I noticed a trend here. As soon as I showed him something that directly conflicted with his claim, he changed topic.
You didn't notice that, man. That's a given. You've been doing this just as long as I have.
I'm just pointing it out for your new viewers.
Oh, okay.
You know, since you're like 2 away from 4,000, you bastard.
I might have hit it by now. I mean, look. It doesn't exactly refresh that quickly, does it?
Oh, I've only shown one picture. If I had permission from Rhetoric and Discourse, I'd actually grab some of the stuff that he's done. Red's Rhetoric, I believe, has done some stuff with theodolites on an airplane. So I have yet to see a flat earther show a horizon at 0.0 degrees angle at 30,000+ feet without turning the actual theodolite app sideways which will let it screw up the actual measurement.
But you do know that I'm talking to Vicky here. You do know that even Rob Skiba bent Lake Erie in full HD.
Yeah, go ahead and show that. You've taken care of it.
Hold on.
Don't make claims without backing them up, Sly. You know better.
Oh, well, I could show the videos that I've done. I can even tell you the amount that it degrees that it bent. I will post my video of the horizon at the eye level out the windows.
I would love to see your measuring device. I will just say that.
Flat Earth, Victoria, Canada. Now, I cannot find the guy who did this, and there is a video out there. I have seen it; it does exist. But let me show you what I challenge all flat earthers to do this. All of you, don't back out. Don't back up without making claims. I challenge all flat earthers to do this. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a little drawing, just so you can see. I know it's CGI. Don't be scared. Okay, so this is going to be a cup.
So apparently Flat Earth Victoria's first video is going to be looking out of a plane window with a theodolite app.
Cool.
I'm looking forward to that.
Now look, I'm even going to tell you that I don't even need a theodolite app. Okay. This was the coolest thing that I had ever seen when it comes down to this whole argument. Now, there was a guy who had a cup, right? That cup was filled with water. This was the base. It was below the camera's eye. This was the opening at the top. And that was above his camera's eye. And he had it in the window. Oops. Stop that. He had it in the window of his airplane. Send it back. Oops. Shape fill. White.
You're not.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh, never mind.
And he had it up on his tray table. And basically what he showed. Well, just send this to the back. Send to the back. And then send to the back. He had it like this. Big outline, black. And then he had water in it, and he held the camera up to the water's level, so that the water was perfectly level in the camera's view. Okay, this was all water. And what he saw, or what he compared it to, was the horizon out the
Vicky's
window
running.
that looked like this.
Vicky's running.
Wait a minute! You just said you were gonna do stuff on planes, man. I'm giving you the perfect experiment. Uh oh. Got a special link.
Ooh, a Geist View link. Those are always fun.
What am I looking at here? Oh, underlighting. Yeah. Sweet. Oh, now you got to go to work. Okay. Well, when next time you go up on a plane, I'm not going to dodge the fact that you.
No, he says he's already got it. 37,000 feet, both of them.
Yeah. Did you do this test?
I'm just waiting to see what his measuring device was to determine where eye level is.
Yeah, because without a point of reference, just seeing it doesn't mean it's at eye level. You know, this isn't PW's channel.
Where did I put that picture? Where I took a picture of the top edge of my monitor to see if it was eye level, even though I was looking down at it at like 60 degrees.
Yeah. But guys, that is an awesome picture, though. Oh wait, why am I worried about showing it? He put the link in the chat. That's beautiful.
And by the way, Sly, from Tim Osmond.
Huh.
I'm going to share this because I love this observation.
Okay, hold on a second here. Where be you? There be you. Like that. Present to everyone. There you go.
This was 26 miles to Salt Lake City, across the Great Salt Lake.
Sweet.
From 1.5 feet, 5 feet, 25 feet, and then a closer shot for comparison. Or yeah, closer.
That's awesome.
And I do like how he has this. Here is your curvature. So shout out to Timmy. I love that picture. I love that observation. Someday I will make it down there so I can make it myself with the Walkera.
Tim Osmond, that is an awesome picture, man. Oh wait, it's a composite. Sorry, had to do it because you know you didn't get 5 horizons in one picture.
So yes, Tim, I'm a little late on showing that, but I was actually not paying attention to the Hangouts app. Hope I saw my name highlighted. What did I miss?
Why can't we match your photo? Why can't you match what photo there, Vicky?
Oh, Vicky's still there. I thought Vicky left.
Well, I scrolled up. He says, "Why can't we match your photo? Which photo? Or are you talking about the example I have on the screen?" Vicky.
Vicky's gone, dude.
Okay, well, I guess then. Darn.
Yeah, this is the photo that the Rokeley show absolutely despises.
And the Big East test is the video that he absolutely despises. At least
I still haven't seen Curving Oceans. We've shown you one. Well, a Gulf, but still.
It's impossible. I still.
So was he just not looking at the screen? He was making comments on it. So he saw it. So now he's absolutely lying. He has seen Curvature over water.
Uh-huh. Oh, did I hit it? I just got word that I hit 4K. Yay!
Woohoo!
Yep. 4001.
See, I've actually used my drone and captured curvature too, but because I actually have to deal with landscape, in order to rule out the landscape issue, we had Red go out and do it over the Gulf of Mexico, which is a much better observation because it doesn't have any undulations from landscape. Curvature. Oh, do you want to show Truth Seekers Rob Skiba's curvature?
Does he have to see it?
I just want to see him deny curvature shown by a flat earther.
Well, see, normally this would be the part where I pointed him at Explosive Truth, who has the HD raw footage up, and has always had it up. But since he'll never show any of his analysis, thank you, everybody. Since Truth Seeker will never show any of his analysis, I can't, it would be pointless. So let's see, Skiba. And let's see. Yeah, Salton Sea. That. There it is. Rob Skiba proves the globe. Now, just like what we just did right here.
Oh, stop presenting me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Just like what did right here, I did the exact same thing with Skiba's balloon footage. Oops. Well, it helps if I hit the right damn button.
Carl Edwards wants to know what it feels like to be Ultra HD now.
um, I feel
Sly Sparkane in
I,
Ultra HD.
I feel pretty high def. There you go. Anyway, I did the exact same thing in here using the non-distorting, specially replaced lens from Rob Skiba at 100,000 feet. And guess how much curvature I got out of that? I got 4.48 in the math, and then made a 4.48 degree curve, applied it to the picture. I did that, I did it like right here. Applied it to the picture, and guess what? It matched up perfectly. So
Dun,
that's
dun,
not that
dun.
that's not only showing curvature, that's also not only testing the math, but proving the math.
And it still says you're showing me for some reason.
No, I'm seeing
Well, the chat says you're still showing me. So let
what?
me drop out and come back in.
Well, no. I got exactly what the math says. I got exactly what the graphic says, and I applied it to the photo, and it matched up exactly.
Carlos, I got a Voyager 4.
Shut up.
With the 18 times zoom 4K camera.
Skiba's video showed the curve at 25,000 feet, more at 50. Yeah, exactly. But he also, yeah. Then he turned around and claimed it was the lens.
Yeah,
Oh,
after they went out and specifically got a lens that had no distortion.
right, because he took a shot at 1,000 feet, which hey Sean, you're from Indiana.
Yeah.
What's to your southeast?
The Appalachian Mountains.
Thank you. Because that monstrous curve at about 2,000 feet was no longer able to be seen.
Huh.
And let's not forget that Rob Skiba, because I had to do a second, well, I did two parts to my analysis and then one response. But the B part was because everybody wanted to say, well, what if it has to do with the actual, what if it has to do with the barrel distortion on the camera? And
Hey, Sly.
uh,
Carlos has a question. Yes. What Walkura drone do you have?
um, you're a nice guy. I won't put you on timeout,
And you did it in all caps too.
dick. But while you're bullshitting, I do have a Walkura uh, double axle helicopter.
Yeah. But it's not as good as an 18 times zoom 4K camera.
Yeah, but it's a hell of a lot cheaper.
Oh, yeah.
But this was the curve that was produced, which was less than half a degree of curve at the edge of barrel distortion from the lens that they bought to actually do this observation. Fino, there's a difference between being cheap and just not having that kind of cash. If I had the cash, I'd probably have one too.
Yeah, hold on. I actually got an email from Walkura the other day for a Black Friday sale.
I don't want to hear it.
I'm gonna rattle it off because they're still selling the Voyager 4s.
Uh-huh.
Walkura Warehouse. Let's see.
All right, Phobe, I'll hit you back about that picture, man. But so did True Seeker say anything about the Skiba stuff, or did he act like he's not here again? Bless you, by the way.
I think he's acting like he's not here again.
Ah, okay. You know, because that's what bitches do. Um, he seems to have a lot in common with Southern Israelite and Andrew Eby.
Let's see here. Read
Nope.
more.
I have a Mavic Pro, and I couldn't be happier. In German, we have pronouns female, male, and neutral for adjectives. Ich weiß überhaupt nicht, wovon du redest. Yeah, yeah. That I would say that, Jared. Bitch made is a good good thing to put there. Dora, ich bin Amerikaner. Ich kann duzen, wem ich will.
No, they do not have the Voyager 4 on sale for Black Friday.
See, now you almost tried to set me up for nothing. See that?
Well, their email talks about the Voyager 4 specifically, but when you actually go to the link to it, it doesn't have the Voyager 4.
Okay, so anybody who is this far in the video and watching this on the post recorded, in this video you did not see anything about Bob claiming to be a commercial pilot, but he's not and hasn't had his flight physical in decades. You did not see that Jaren's personal atmospheric dome is stated by him to be 3 miles in radius. You did not see Riley and his claim that in Ranty's demonstration against the Miles Davis picture that the ruler doesn't have to be anywhere in particular. You did not see that the FE conference they don't give away tickets because everybody there wants all the money that they can get. And you also did not see me pointing out that the Globebusters, for some strange reason, don't take questions at the end of their panel.
Well, another thing that people don't see is how, FE Core supposedly got a special deal on all the tickets, so people who bought them through FE Core would save money, but yet they were still selling for the same, if not more, than the official site.
Exactly.
So if they got a deal on their tickets, where did all that extra money go that they were charging people more than their deal was?
Yeah, it's like shipping and handling. All right, let's see. And the FE conference is using Google Maps to guide their guests. That's true. That's true.
Oh, and of course, Mark Sargent stormed out.
What?
Mark Sargent stormed out day one.
You mean, hi, my name is stormed out?
Yes. Guess why?
Why?
Because he found out Logan Paul was the celebrity guest. Now, mind you, the reason why this is absolutely hilarious, because anybody who creates a debunking video for Flat Earth, you will see a copy-pasted reply by Mark Sargent saying, "Thank you for bringing awareness to the Flat Earth issue."
Right.
So you would think he'd be all jumping all up and down about getting to an audience of 16 million people. No, he storms out. This is the guy that says any publicity, even negative publicity, is a positive publicity for Flat Earth.
Mark the Mad, yes, this is the first I'm hearing of this. Nobody tells me anything.
So Mark Sargent bitched out because he was going to get upstaged by somebody who had 16 million subscribers.
Hey, Mark, if you were so important and so popular, because, I mean, all your channel is basically a billboard for meetups, um, if you were actually so popular in the flat Earth anything, you wouldn't have to wear a shirt with your name on it. I mean, I'm sorry, you know, if I don't, I'll just pick one out of a hat here and say I've never seen Tom Cruise walk around with a shirt on that says "Hi, I'm Tom Cruise."
No, it was simply the fact that somebody more popular than Mark was there, and he just couldn't handle it.
Crybaby. I get upstaged by Sean and fucking Wolfie and Reds all the time.
Well, here's the funny bit. I upstage you a lot. You have skills that I would never even remotely try to claim that I had.
Yeah, but
that's your claim to fame.
But you got a cool drone.
And but I upstage you, and I've got half your subscribers. So fuck you.
Well, yeah, but you got that silky radio voice, man.
I got that wonderful radio voice.
I sound like the researcher who does all the hard work down in the basement and never gets to talk to anybody.
I'm curious just how much they had to pay Logan Paul to actually show up.
I don't know. Must be why they didn't give away tickets. And who the fuck is Logan Paul anyway?
Even better. There was a reporter that actually interviewed Logan Paul before the conference started, talking about how he was trying to actually make it through his rehearsed lines and couldn't stop laughing.
Oh, shit.
This has actually been published already.
Well,
somebody who tried to interview Logan Paul, or actually did interview Logan Paul before the conference started, and as he was trying to go through his rehearsed lines for what he was going to say on stage, and he couldn't stop laughing because how stupid it was.
Oh,
he is literally the biggest internet troll. This is Belu all over again, dude.
Oh man.
So Logan Paul hasn't uploaded a video in 4 days.
Well, they how many I gotta ask this. I gotta look. Hold on a second here. How many subscribers does Patricia have now?
I have no idea. But Logan Paul is known for doing practical jokes and trolling on the internet.
Oh my God, she's only got 15K. Now, obviously, she's got a lot more than I do. But the reason why I say this is because the thing that I saw on the internet today, I told you about a little earlier, that I saw something about the Flat Earth Conference on a TV show. And they had her, I mean, if you watch that video, they had basically had her hyped up as pretty much, the middle point. She's like a major mover and shaker. All she is like the one female that hasn't quit yet.
Yeah.
Gypsy. I think there's only 3 of them.
Gypsy girl.
Yeah. And
we said ta-ta.
Yeah. But I mean, just because she does the talk show style anything, I remember the day I got booted from her channel because she actually turned around and I kept on asking her. I was like, when are you going to produce some flat earth proof like that? And she goes, I'm not here to produce proof. I'm here to get the word out.
Xanatraxia in chat asks, isn't Mark Sargent Patricia Steer funded by the same company? Yes, Metatronics.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh,
yeah, as Logan. You can tell, some people get a lot deeper into the social of this. I get into the experiments.
As far as Logan Paul goes, like I said, he hasn't uploaded a video in 4 days. I am eager. Now, I don't like Logan Paul. I won't subscribe to him, but I am eagerly waiting for his Flat Earth conference coverage video because I have a feeling that Flat Earthers aren't going to like him much.
Kana, how do I not know Logan Paul?
He's the guy that did the video of the dude hanging in the suicide forest in Japan.
Never heard of it.
Seriously? That was like international news everywhere.
No.
It actually almost caused Adpocalypse 3.0 for YouTube.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, he actually filmed a dead guy hanging from a tree in Japan that committed suicide and actually put it in his thumbnail.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, he lost all of his sponsors for that. except for one.
Crazy. Flat Earth Mage, you're not a troll. Okay, you got some Flat Earth proof?
Any?
Because you know you and I have already gone down this road.
Oh, seek and find, already done and dusted. You're late to the party. We've already shown it.
Yeah, you can go ahead and rewind this. Or how about this? You can actually go to my channel, Sean's channel, Red's channel, or Wolfie's channel, or Jared's channel, or Geo's channel, or Surf Persil's channel. Knock yourself out, man. You got plenty to pick from. Got lots of great curvature though on Surf Persil's channel.
Yeah, Jose, you're late too. You missed the showing curvature over water.
Yeah, go outside and look.
That's what we did, and that's where we actually captured curvature left to right over water.
Mm-hmm. You gotta look beyond the book, dude.
Yeah, drop the script and actually go out and actually test.
Surf Persil caught my joke. But it wasn't actually a joke. Ab und zu spreche ich mir ein bisschen Wahrheit, ne?
Sprechen to English, man.
Shut up. Learn another language.
No.
I just mentioned the channel factard. You can interpret that what you will.
Kristen, dead people is not, whether they took their own lives or they were murdered or they just died of natural causes, it's not PC to show death on YouTube, period.
Yeah. I think that even forget YouTube. I mean, that's only got a place
I mean, for fuck's sakes, that's why live television has to have a 7-second delay minimum, is in case somebody dies on screen. They can cut it out. They can cut the feed before it shows on air.
Flat Earth Mage, you're not saying anything, man. Please debunk the newest bucket word perspective video.
Oh God.
Oh, Phuket word. I think isn't that the one we just did though?
No, he's got a new video out that he released late last night or early this morning. Holy shit, dude! He's trying to explain why perspective and parallel lines work on a flat Earth and totally botches it. You'll like this. He does the Anthony Riley double perspective thing.
Don't want to flip the ads here. Hold on a second. Skip. Sunsets on flat Earth. Oops.
Flat Earth sunsets with perspective. Parallel lines never meet.
Well, you got one part of that right. Oh, geez. What the fuck is going on with his clouds?
Well, that's perspective. That's how it's actually supposed to be drawn from the side.
From the side?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess we're done with this video.
Yep.
Because this is Riley's claim of things shrink twice.
Yep.
Okay, so that one's done. It looks like he doesn't change their positions at all.
Nope. But another thing to notice, look at the sun. Does it change size along with the size changing going from left to right?
That's fucking awesome. It even went behind the cloud.
So apparently perspective only affects height and not the size of objects.
Yeah, this is Riley's things shrink twice claim.
Yep, his double perspective.
It took less to all I had to do was see the damn picture and it was done. See,
yep.
This is what a lot of people don't understand, man. You know, y'all can go through these videos and watch, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 3 hours of crap. And what I'll do is I'll actually just kind of surf through it like this and see if anything was brought. And because I saw this picture in the beginning and I noticed that it didn't change, then that picture is his presentation. And this right here, I don't even think it even makes it to the sniff test.
No.
Because, hey, PW, now you have to show me where somebody actually sees this from the side while this guy's seeing it from this direction.
You won't see that.
No. So that was fun. All right, well, check this out, guys. Ladies and gents, it is approaching 11 o'clock, and I got to hit the sack because I got to work in the morning.
Just be glad sacks don't hit back.
Carl, I understand that, and you're not the first person to tell me that, but at the same time, to be quite honest with you, I've made a few bucks. I haven't made a lot, but I have made a few bucks on ads on here, and I do understand the purpose of ads. And because if it wasn't for ads, then YouTube itself wouldn't exist.
Correct.
So as much as I understand that there are ad blockers out there, and I'm not pointing this at you, you're just not the first person who's ever said this. I support, as long as it's not like, you know, one every 2 or 3 minutes, then I'll just not watch the video. But I support people putting ads in their stuff. I don't mind it because those ads, now I'm not talking about I support people getting paid for the bullshit that they're putting out on Flat Earth, but I do support the fact that without ads, YouTube wouldn't exist and we wouldn't be having this discussion.
Well, I can make this really, really simple. I monetized my channel February 15th of 2017. My advertisement revenue for the lifetime of my channel, which as far as monetization goes back to February 15th of last year, $262. Not much to be made on ads on my channel.
Okay, seek and find. You just said 0 experiments. Thanks. Yeah, thanks.
I like how Jose likes to put boom at the end of every one of his sentences. That's funny.
Looking forward to January, Pontchartrain.
Well, I'll just say this, Jose. Unlike your last visit, where you actually didn't go to Soundly's actual locations, make sure that that's the same time that Soundly's going to be there, because he's going there with Red's Rhetoric. I'm pretty sure you want to see what his face looks like.
Maybe it'd be better if you didn't.
At least then you can actually go to the actual locations and get a true comparison picture to what Soundly has done. I'm just saying, you know, I liked your pictures before. They actually do show curvature if you actually look at it correctly. But yeah, go back to where the curvature is the most easily seen instead of trying to go a little bit farther off to the side where it's a little harder to see.
How do you get 11 subscribers with nothing on your channel?
Basically, they've asked people to subscribe to them for no reason.
Oh. Probably for sharing shit or something. All right, well, that's all I got, guys. That bullshit ass video in the beginning. And thanks for marrying it, Jaron, because that really tells me the quality of research that you do. And yeah, and all the rest of that stuff that I put out, it's all fact. Go find it. Okay. And Sean, I appreciate you stopping by, filling in the gaps where I normally and ah and okay the whole time.
That's why you should never do a solo hangout, because that's all you do is hum and chew.
That too. Cookies are good though, and they're good for you. It's soul food, man. And another claim, seek and find. Another claim. Cool, got it. You'll notice a trend here as you make more posts.
Yeah.
Okay. And no, but I appreciate all y'all stopping by. And Sean, whenever you go to put out your very interesting find?
Yeah, let's just say that I have something in the works coming up. Actually, two things in the works coming up. One of them will be a live hangout. The other one will actually be a produced video. And Jose, you can pass this along to your child beater buddy. Thank him profusely for actually locking him down to a testable model. I'll just say that.
And oh yeah, that's true. And also thank his boyfriend, Riley, for saying that where you put a ruler on a picture to analyze it is no longer even important. And oh, and by the way, make sure you pass on a very heartfelt thanks to Ranty for once again proving the globe. Cool, you do
Yeah,
that for
make
us?
sure you pass it along right. I'll even type it in chat so you can copy paste it.
Or you can
Thank you, Nathan.
You can even soundbite
for locking yourself to a testable model. Because he might not realize it, but he unwittingly actually gave a testable model that he has locked himself to. I don't think he understands what he did wrong today, but he fucked himself. I'll just say that.
Hold on. Oh, hey, Jose's got videos.
Yeah, he's the one. He actually went to Lake Pontchartrain, but he didn't go to the actual locations that Soundly filmed from, so he didn't get the same angles.
Ah, okay. Yeah, let's see. Is there anything on here that proves flat Earth?
He's proven that he's got uneven floors.
Yeah, but by law, floors are not uneven, man.
Just like runways.
Don't say shit to me like that when I got fucking cookie in my mouth, man. Hey, that's almost what you were looking for, isn't it?
Yep, that actually I think is from one of Soundly's locations. But notice the huts aren't in a straight line. But yet he's still saying that's proof that it's flat Earth.
I see. Because PW said that's how things work. She can find. You're still laughing?
Yeah, Jose, it is a smaller camera, but out of the huts that you can see that they are not creating a straight line. They are, in fact, curving. And you keep ignoring that.
And yes, it is a cookie. These are...
See, Jaron likes to use that word inconclusive when he gets results that prove a globe. He did that with his little 3-pole test. They only got one result that matched a globe, and they didn't get any other result, but it became inconclusive because it shit on his parade.
Yeah. And so he deleted all the videos associated with it.
Yes. This is all the honesty of flat earthers.
All of them. Even the promo video.
And the sad thing is I actually did a parody song for that experiment saying that was what he was going to do. Jose, I'll agree with you. You upload your observations no matter what they show, and that is good about you. Your interpretation by saying they're inconclusive is wrong. You can see in your images that the huts are not forming a straight line.
Here, no matter what they show, long live flat Earth. That's not flat Earth.
Draw a straight line from the huts, beginning to last. See if they are a straight line or not.
Oh my God. Saying that got me into this shit again. New slide. See, what I see is things going up and then down.
Yep.
We'll figure on that one, huh?
So yeah, smaller camera, but still far enough to see that they are not a straight line. No, I'm just talking about the huts where it's easiest to see.
Getting picky on them.
Yeah, do the top right corner of all the huts and connect them in a line. See if they actually line up.
Okay. Oh. And then put that right on the top corner.
Yep.
They don't match, man.
So again, Not a straight line.
What the fuck are you trying to do to me, man? They don't match.
So Jose, you're ignoring intentionally the most obvious place where curvature is seen.
I don't see them matching. Now that's going to be that's going to be one of those things. Well, they didn't build it right.
But they're all the same height. That's why they should draw a straight line, because they're all the same height and equal distance apart.
But they don't match. What the fuck?
But this is what flat earthers say is inconclusive. Anything that shits on their parade is inconclusive.
Right. Want to see something conclusive? Watch this. That's about the extent of the distance where that even looks like it matches. As far as the posts in the water. Seeing a problem here, Jose?
Pretty fucking conclusive. Because even before the horizon, you're seeing it curve.
Mm-hmm. That would, you know what? I'll bet you we could actually, if we took the time, we could measure it out, and that would actually be the horizon distance from where he's standing here.
So now he's saying he sees, but I still bet he follows it up with inconclusive.
Seek and find what? Pictures? Really? Where?
Hey, seek and find. What we're showing on screen right now is from Jose. He's a flat earther.
Here, hold on. Let me refresh. I don't see any pictures. You lied. I'll bet you if we sat here and we did the numbers, we could actually find out that that's actually probably the point of the horizon from this height.
I think it's just a little bit past it, but not by much. I think the horizon is between the first and second hut.
No, yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Because that's right about where it is. About halfway between them. Oh, experiments. I got those on my channel. You know, the one that's actually got stuff on it.
And so, cue up the window change.
Yeah, so the I didn't find any experiments on your channel there, so you can find. I see plenty of observations on Jose's here, but you know his observations are obviously biased. Long live flat Earth.
Well, his observations aren't biased; his conclusions are.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Dell. Why would I want to talk to Dell? Does Dell do experimentation?
He pours water on balls. Well,
Okay,
tomatoes. I'm sorry.
So he's got wet tomatoes.
Yeah.
Russian vids is on with him. Oh, that's got to be a riot. Both of them trying to be righter than each other.
Yes, Gary. Truth ran away a long time ago.
Okay, so like I said, ladies and gents, as I tried to do before, that was 10 minutes ago. Nah, I'm not gonna join them, man. I've been trying to go to bed now for the past 15 minutes. Sorry, I have no interest. Ask him about this picture. I don't know. But anyway, what? Benjamin P. Lysenko? If that's a dox, I have no interest in it. But
Logan Paul debunks fly spark hang. Yeah, yeah, I'd like to see that.
When did Logan Paul? Well, there's a.
He didn't. It was a joke.
Yeah, I'm sure. Okay, so ladies and gents, I wish y'all a pleasant evening, and thanks for stopping by, Sean.
Have a good one.
Cool.